Hello, everybody. My name is Somi from Her Invisible Prowess. Thank you so much for tuning in today's collective reading. Just to remember, this is going to be a collective reading. Please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Today's reading is going to be about the person on your mind lately. Okay, and we're going to be checking into this dynamic, and let's dive right in. Let's get started. So let's start with Message of Love, Oracle deck. Let's see, what are the current energies here? So, bottom of the deck here, definitely something to pay close attention to. There's definitely been a lot of time that's taken place since you last spoke to this person, since you last saw this person. But make no mistake, it's really easy to assume that out of sight, out of mind, but this person is still very much so thinking heavily about you, especially at night, okay? Let's see what else. Ooh. So, a good reason why there's so much distance is because there's been some dishonesty. Someone is definitely running away from taking accountability, taking responsibility for what they've done or for what they have not done. Let's look further into this collective. Let's see what else, Spirit. Please show us what else needs to be known to the collective. Disagreements. Okay. So it might be the both of you that feels like you're both, if not equally, you're both feeling misunderstood. There's a lot of things that have not been communicated, that have not been expressed. More than likely, this person is an avoidant. Yeah. I mess up the good things in my life sometimes. So there's definitely some this illusion, okay? This person believes that things that look good could be too good to be true, okay? That's how they see you. That's how they see the situation. And they feel like they have this knee-jerk reaction to run away from something good, which is a form of sabotage. Okay? And for them to move forward, they know they need to shed this. They need to shed this old belief, okay? Even though it's something conditioned into them, maybe from childhood growing up, that emotional highs do not feel safe because they've learned from early on in their upbringing that whenever they felt that way, it was taken away from them. But regardless of the distance, regardless of the amount of time, it's still here. And the dishonesty, they're still hoping, and you're still hoping that, you know, you will bridge the distance here, okay? That you will come into some sort of alignment, some understanding here, and talk things out, set things straight, clear the air, okay? This person definitely feels like they've missed an opportunity, okay? Okay, good. I didn't act when I should have, and I feel pain from the damage I've caused. So this person in this time apart, they're definitely coming to a realization that you know, the damage that they've left, okay? Yeah, they're definitely regretful in how things turned out between the two of you. And again, it's this sabotage behavior. They want to escape, okay? They don't know how to navigate these the complexities of these relationship romantic dynamics, okay? They feel like they're very there's a lack of preparation here. They feel dumb and they feel stupid for not knowing how to navigate these issues, these complexities, okay, with you. And you, collective, may be the one that feels underappreciated, okay? It seems like it's not reciprocated, it's not equal, it's not mutual, but that's far from the truth, okay? So this person's in this time of absence and this time of space, they're definitely missing you. Okay, I feel like a part of me is missing you, and they may need more time to think, um, which can definitely be useful because they have a lot of shedding here, the sabotage here. Even if, and that's a big if, that even if they come back sooner, it feels like it's going to be a false start because they have not shed their toxic patterns, their toxic beliefs and narratives they feed themselves that cause them to run away, to avoid the situation and be the avoidant that they've always been, which is unfortunately the program they've been operating on for a very, very long time, even before they met you, okay? So it's definitely not you, okay? So in this time apart, I feel like they definitely learning the value of your presence in their life, okay? But under this card, it says we have too many differences. This communicates to me that you're each other's yin and yang. You definitely highlight the best and the worst of each other. You easily get it under each other's skin because you easily reveal to each other whatever it is that they need to work on, whatever parts of themselves they feel insecure about, that need to heal of, things like that, things of that nature, okay? But nonetheless, like I've said, we have the card reunion here. We will always come back to each other, okay? And yeah, they know they messed up, and there's definitely some sort of apology here, making amends and making things work with you, some compromises they definitely know that they have to make and have to adjust on to make this work, okay? Let's look further with another deck here. Let's go with love and money. I love this deck. It's awesome. So bottom of the deck here, it says sudden wealth. They might be someone who is self-made. They've always had this laser focus, which they definitely pride themselves on. So shedding this avoidant attachment is really, really hard because it allowed them to, you know, gain so much milestones in their lives. And it's this laser focus, even to the detriment of their relationships, personal friendships, things of that nature, even maybe family they've neglected to partake on. This wealth or their ability to attain so much achievement and so much accomplishment is, you know, that by itself is not entirely wrong. There's nothing wrong with pursuing your goals, your visions, your dreams, and your desires. But when it comes to the debt, you know, allowing it to, or mistake it for something to put a magnifying glass on and forget about literally everything else, that becomes a sabotage, okay? This person, this honesty came up earlier. So they're definitely someone who definitely prides on wearing a mask, literally, to hide their true emotions and avoid vulnerability, offering surface smiles to hide deeper pain. We may seem different on the surface, but underneath my mask, we are similar than you think. I wish I could show you the real me. This person, no matter how brief your encounter was, however little the time that you've actually spent together, whether that be physically, maybe through texts, whatever, they feel some sort of bond with you that they cannot forget, okay? Yeah, so going back to the first card, it says, let go of the anger that stems from feeling unworthy. You have always deserved more, not from the world, but from yourself. Recognize the abundance already within. So, this person definitely feels like their self-worth stems from how much they can produce, okay? Which is really sad because, if they feel like they're not producing much, they feel like their self worth goes with it. And that's not true, okay? So, from the message earlier, this will feel like a surprise, okay? There is a turning point going to be revealed later on, okay? And this is going to be catching you completely off guard. This is going to be completely unexpected. There will be communication coming in from this person. Um, yeah, unexpected joys reveal hidden depths and profound connections. It says here, you may be feeling down, but this surprise will remind you of our special connection. Wake up and enjoy the moment. So, this person, even though there's a huge lack in how much they should have reciprocated when you were still to get talking to each other, they're definitely going to show you how much exactly you mean to them. Okay, let's see what else. Whoa, whoa. We have honor. The pursuit of honor has led to inflated stories and distorted truths. Guys, distorted truths, okay? This is the illusions that this person has been telling themselves, narratives that they've been telling themselves that lead to their sabotaging behaviors, okay? Patterns. And under it, it says, you've helped me realize that my ambition is not bound by what others expect. Together, we can reach heights I never thought possible. Our connection empowers me to step out of the box I placed myself in and to dream without limits. So, this person, as accomplished and um, well off they are at this point in their life, maybe at a young age, in this time of silence, they're definitely being set up to redefine what success means to them, okay? That money isn't everything, literally. In this time apart, they literally said, we can reach heights together, okay? It's not something, this relationship connection is not something that will take away. It's rather, this will give back to this person, okay? This is not a burden to carry. Ooh. And we have here third party situation. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean there's some sort of betrayal here, but there's definitely some sort of external influences that's preventing this person from coming forward. Another person disrupts your relationship and causes turmoil, trust broken by infidelity, and struggling to rebuild it. Now, some of you, they may be cheating. That's on your own discernment. But in this case, it feels like maybe they were given some bad advice. Maybe there's some common friends involved here that badmouth you. um, that definitely influenced this person to rethink if they should bother coming forward with, their feelings and such. And they listen to this friend. They listen to this person who they're closest to. I was foolish to underestimate the impact of infidelity. I should have valued our connection more than my desires. Please forgive me for not recognizing its importance. So, this person is also learning to value their own discernment, to value their own independent decisions completely separately from however people may think of of their desires, of what they want their life to look like. They're definitely learning to find rather, to have their own voice, have their own say, and how powerful it is to decide, you know, exactly it is that you want and go for it regardless of what other people think about it. Okay, let's see what else. Ooh, trap. Drawn to deceptive allure and ignore the hidden dangers, false promises to gain, lure into risky decisions, mask risk presents itself as a safe bet. I fear you may be falling for a false flame, one that only brings temporary happiness. Huh. So this one is very, very interesting. So to me, this is resounding as if you guys went ahead and moved forward whenever it was when you were still talking to each other and you were still actively in each other's lives, it would have been it would have been like a false start, okay? This trap, okay? Because the thing about the runner and chaser energy, the person who runs away, they're psychologically like making the other person think that they need to give more. And if that person seriously gives more and more and more and more to this person, it becomes this trap, okay? Because the dynamic is already standing on a place of imbalance. So feeding more energy into something that's already not in a state of balance, it's going to be a trap, okay? So this time apart, um it's very, very hard to believe it this way, but it's setting you guys up to be in a better mindset, okay? Let's see what else. Ooh, wow. Yeah, so you guys are each other's destiny, okay? Passionate love and strong desire bring you fulfillment and joy, destined to be together. Your happy ending is assured. Strong, unbreakable bond. It says here they made me feel, or they made me believe our connection wasn't real, that it was just a waste of my time. I know that wasn't true. Destiny has a different plan for us. Yes, so this person is coming to many, many different realizations. And unfortunately, it is definitely something they have to arrive on their own time, in their own time, I mean, in their own pace, okay? And I know that's really, really, it's really, really hard to let go of control, but everything will happen in divine timing, okay, collective? And the um, energy of the divine feminine is not about taking charge or taking control. It's about surrender. It's about being in the receiving mode, okay? That's really, really hard for someone who's always been in a go-getter attitude, go-getter mindset, things like that. Oh my god. So the card literally fell out. This is monology, by the way. So it says here that a new romantic cycle begins, and you're both being encouraged to work through your fears, okay? Embrace the unknown. Let's see what else. Yeah, so this is a long awaited clarity breakthrough that you have both been wanting, have both been anticipating. And this breakthrough, this clarity will come in very, very soon, okay? So trust the process, um, and, you know, try to, yeah, have faith, literally. Have faith in your dreams. That sounds such a cliche, but it's really true, okay? And in the meantime, you're definitely being invited to make the best of this time, okay? And pour back to yourself and participate in whatever it is that gives back energy to you, okay, collective? Um, and, you know, that may be your career, whatever it is, okay? And that will be all of your messages today. If you enjoyed this reading, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more readings that I'm going to be uploading basically every day now. And comment down below what message resonated with you the most. and follow all of my social media platforms, and have a good one. Bye.